Holt Doctors initially was a medical recruitment agency, very much just supplying doctors into the NHS. And since then, we've also developed to go into the master vendor arrangement, which is basically where we manage all of the recruitment and all of the doctor vacancies for the trust. So back in 2013, before Barnsley had a master vendor, they went out to all the agencies within the framework, within the PASA framework it was at the time. And that meant a huge burden on the staff at Barnsley, dealing with all the agencies, all the different phone calls, emails with the agencies. And that's why we firmly believe that working in partnership with the Trust and working and onboarding all of the agencies the Trust had previously worked with, we could take a lot of that pressure off the Trust's shoulders. And one of the next steps that we're looking at doing was the collaboration piece of work. Us as a master vendor, we did have other master vendors in the region, and we very much wanted to promote a collaboration because we felt like we could make additional savings and actually better our services if we worked more as a partnership with a number of trusts. So it all started with the Christmas planning piece of work that we were doing, and that was very much to try and get in advance of the Christmas, the winter pressure period. We know that it's a very tough period for the NHS, the vacancies are often a lot higher, and it's about trying to get as many doctors in as possible, but also at competitive rates. We got into a position where we had really good control over the agency rates, the rates coming through, as well as the vacancy fill rates. So all the trusts within the collaborative were quite happy with that approach. So what we then discussed with them is something that was in line with NHSE and NHSI in what they wanted, and that was very much the collaborative bank work. So we then worked with those trusts, and we had 5 trusts on board back in 2018 to go live with Care One Bank, which is the name of our collaborative bank. And that very much allows an extra pool of doctors to work across these trusts that don't have to go through agency. So you're avoiding the agency spend, and they're often trust trained doctors. So the standard of care is really good by these doctors. We started with Barnsley in 2013, and within the first 6 years, we managed to reduce the agency spend by over 60%, year on year, making millions of pounds of savings. We did that very much by reviewing the management information data that we've got in place, looking at the high cost locums that we've got, looking at where their vacancies are and where reductions can be made, as well as the negotiating of the rates when we're sending candidates forward, so that we're sending the best quality candidates, but also at the best rates.
It's been really beneficial being in a collaboration with Holt Doctors and with 8 other trusts within the region. So we have regular meetings as a collaborative, and there we've been able to share ideas with some challenges that we've faced recently and implement other trust ideas to improve our service. So I've worked in medical staffing at a previous trust, and since coming to Barnsley and having that partnership with Holt Doctors, I found that they definitely do support in our reduction on spend, which is a big focus for us at the moment. They help with the negotiations, which supports in reducing time for us as well. And again, it's very supportive knowing that you have a contact that kind of feels like they're on your side as well. They're trying to provide the best possible solution for us, which helps our patients. And at the end of the day, that's why we're all here, because we're here for our patients.
Holt have helped us in terms of saving time for the team, because the LMS system is so easy to utilise. We have that communication, we have our regular doctors, we know the ones that have been here previously because of the way it's coded and coloured on the system. It just makes life easy that we've got that long-standing relationship and we know how each work. The team have got really good working relationships with the Holt side, so it just makes life easier for everyone. Saves the team ringing round multiple doctors because it can all just go through the LMS system. This was my first management position, taking into account covering all the 4 services that I do. I'm recruitment background. I've had some involvement with rotas, but not to the extent that I obviously do now as managing that function. And the advice and support from Stu, from Sarah, from Tracy has been, for want of a better word, invaluable. Again, they've got the knowledge and the experience that I've been able to draw on when I've needed it.